Hi, I'm Harold Lewis, the founder of PitchToMe.com and the creator of the Real Money courses, and I am delighted to be your instructor. Although I didn't know it at the time, as I look back on my career, there were certain significant investment decisions that I made that made it possible for me to be here today and share with you the things I've learned. Most of them came from an early recognition of the value of investing in myself and understanding the importance of making sacrifice to achieve desired goals. By way of background, I was raised along with 4 other siblings, literally on the other side of the tracks, with the sole support of a hard-working single mom. While my mom constantly stressed a formal college education as a way to unlock the value of your dreams in life, I took her advice but invested in acquiring practical knowledge that I could use immediately. And I promised that in the future I would complete my formal education, and I later did. While still a teenager and before I could fulfill my promise to her, my mother unfortunately died from a horrific car accident, killing her and 2 of her siblings. Although I never forgot my promise to my mom, being on my own while still a teenager, I had to defer my degree completion until much later. Fortunately, at the time of my mom's death, I had already begun putting a down payment on my future. It all started when I was 13 years old. At that time, I had an opportunity to start my own small carpet cleaning business. While still in high school, I was taking business classes at the local community college and working part-time as a bank teller. Over time, still without a college degree, I was able to parlay my banking job into a career in finance, eventually becoming a senior vice president overseeing 40 banks, and later, after a stint as a CFO of BET Music, and eventually becoming head of entertainment banking at Union Bank. Being a voracious reader and blessed with a heightened degree of intellectual curiosity, I have been able to accomplish these improbable achievements by educating myself with practical knowledge of business, finance, economics, and fundraising. The goal was to compensate for my lack of formal education and become an invaluable resource to my clients, peers, and bosses. These required me to invest in myself and make sacrifices in the present for a better future. I must say that the investment in practical knowledge provided a payoff that has been huge, and I have no regrets. When I created the online film finance platform PitchToMe.com, I soon realized that there was a vacuum of crucial film finance knowledge, and that before a person could professionally pitch their project, no matter how good it is, they would need to educate themselves to understand not just how to make a deal, but more important, how to make a deal that will allow them to personally build wealth. That is why we built the Real Money courses. This course brings all the practical film finance wisdom that my team and I have acquired after working on over 200 film deals, countless television shows over many years, and making it available to you with the goal of imparting insights that will help you in level the playing field, or better said, level the paying field. As the educational investment I made in myself helped me achieve unimaginable success, we believe your investment in yourself by taking the Real Money courses will put you on the pathway of unlocking the value of your dreams. So at this point, I want you to ask yourself a serious question. What are my dreams worth? One thing I have learned is that if you are unwilling to invest in yourself, no one is going to invest in you. The Real Money course is an investment in you. Whatever you do, please don't try to take a shortcut to knowledge. All you do is shortchange yourself by creating needless delays, aimless detours, and lost destinations. You will never get where you're trying to go. And oh, by the way, I fulfilled my promise to my mom, and 30 years later, I finished up my undergraduate degree in communications at UCLA. Go Bruins! All that said, I welcome you to the unveiling of the big reveal. For those of you that I have not got a chance to meet or who don't know me, I have spent my entire career in the finance business, beginning with Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Union Bank. As a senior vice president in charge of 40 banks at Wells Fargo, I made a slight career change upon being recruited by former entertainment clients, and I crossed over directly into the entertainment business by becoming the chief financial officer for a startup record company that eventually was acquired by Bob Johnson of Black Entertainment Television, or BET. When BET was sold to Viacom, I left BET and became the head of entertainment banking at Union Bank. Sensing a need in the film finance market for guidance and project evaluation tools, I authored several books and have created user-friendly financial modeling tools designed just specific for film finance. Throughout my career, I've had the honor of being invited as a guest speaker and presenter at various forums such as USC, Cal State Channel Islands, Hollywood Film Festival, Pan-African Film Festivals, and many more. I was especially gratified to be asked to be the keynote speaker at my alma mater, UCLA, commencement ceremonies in 2015. We have been the kind of recipient of much positive feedback, and that has motivated us to create this webinar. Our team has over 100 years of collective finance and production experience and have participated in over 200 film financings. And so many television productions, there's just too many to mention. While our primary purpose today is to unveil the secrets of film finance, we are also compelled to do a little house cleaning by dispelling some popular myths about film finance that have clouded the truth about this important subject. A common refrain has been, you need to know somebody to help you get a hookup. While it's nice to receive a favor, always remember that nothing is for free. You will have to pay somebody. Remember, the old adage is, if it's free, then you and your privacy are the product. I don't believe in the notion that you have to know somebody, but rather you have to be known by somebody. Hopefully, someone that values your skills, abilities, and integrity so much that they want to work with you. This brings us to myth number 2. You can learn all you need to know on the internet for free. While there's no doubt that the internet is a very powerful tool to access information, information alone without context does not evolve into knowledge, and knowledge without the proper application does not translate into wisdom. As for being free, I think we made the case above, but a little further on this point can be well illustrated by the triangle of truth. In this triangle of truth, you can expect 2 things, but not all 3. So if you get something that is fast and good, it won't be free. Likewise, if you get something that is free and fast, it won't be good. And if you get something that is free and good, it won't be fast. Myth number 3, you can't quantify creativity. This issue came up one day when I asked my business partner, Brenda, a longtime pioneer in film finance, a question regarding whether there were any specific and quantifiable attributes of a film that contributed to the success or failure that could be measured in advance of production. To understand the risks to my dignity I was taking is to understand that Brenda is, as loving as she is, she's also a no-nonsense, no BS type of person. When I asked her this question, I was sure she was going to blast me with, "Are you nuts?" I thought that was going to be her response, But when she said, "I don't know, Harold, never thought of it," I took that as a maybe and I hightailed it out of her office with full of excitement. The results of that brief conversation was the development of our proprietary, very powerful and sophisticated project modeling tools we call Film Pro Analytics. We'll talk more about that later, but suffice it is to say that it allows you to measure risks, life cycle value, cash flow, and optimize project structure prior to making a film with a high confidence level. So while you can't measure creativity, you can, however, quantify the results of creativity and put a dollar value on it. On to myth number 4. All you need is the money. While money is important, it isn't the only thing. It in itself will not make you successful. The ability to understand money, the ability to use it strategically, and how to obtain the right type of money all works together to make a project a winner. As the saying goes, not all money is good money. Myth number 5. Debt is bad, bad, bad. It's all about the equity. Actually, when it comes to film finance, debt can be a good friend. Used properly, it can enhance return on investment and help you to retain a larger percentage of ownership in your project. Additionally, you are not personally liable for the debt if you structured it as a special purpose entity, bankruptcy remote. Now let us try to grasp the magnitude of the film finance business. As you can see, pre-COVID-19, the movie business is very substantial in terms of the overall box office receipts. However, box office revenue is only part of the story and is really a small part of the story. There are many, many more income streams other than box office. And since COVID-19, the demand for content has skyrocketed. Remember, although the distribution channels may change, the cost of access or viewing is not going down. There are thousands of script submissions each year from various genres. These go to agents, studios, producers, financiers, listing services, and the like. The question is, how can you make yours stand out? There's lots of submissions, results in lots of rejections. And in turn, lots of rejections results in lots of confusion and anxiety. Finding financing, let's face it, is frustrating. We feel your pain on this, and that is why we created a solution. More about that later. But right now, it begs the question, why is it so hard to get the financing? One answer is that there's lots of confusion. There are at least 20 different types of financing structures and just as many sources. The key is knowing that not all sources do the same type of financing. You have to match the need with the right resource. This indeed can be confusing, but we can help. What is the biggest challenge in film finance? You might say that's an easy one. Of course, it's finding the money, right? Well, let's see. There is at least $30 trillion sitting on the sidelines getting mediocre returns today, looking for a solid investment with higher yields. And that, folks, is just in the United States. Worldwide, there's many times over that. A typical expected return on a film finance project is an annualized return on investment of 20%, yet investors are settling for 95% less. What's the problem? We have a failure to communicate. This all reminds me of that famous line by Strother Martin in Cool Hand Luke when he says, "What we have here is a failure to communicate." And this is the problem in the film business. We have the money, but we do not speak the right language. Filmmakers speak creativity, and financiers speak the language of economics. Stay tuned. Your patience will be rewarded. We will definitely show you where to get the money. Finding the money is the easy part. You heard that right. We have found you the money. Why can we make that bold statement? We have done the lead work for you. We have been all over the world looking for money. Hong Kong, Shanghai, Europe, United States, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Nigeria. We have gone literally to the ends of the earth looking for the money for you and have found it. So, what do you need to do? You need to just relax. We got this. Kick back, put your feet up, and relax. It's coming. There are many distribution outlets. If it's not the money, what's the problem? And if it's not distribution, then what is it? How about the hookup? Do you really need to know somebody? Is that the key? Is this how it's done in Hollywood? We say no. While it's true, often knowing someone helps, but that just gets you in the door. That does not, and let me repeat, does not get you a deal. Obvious hint number one, you need more than money. We asked you a moment ago, what was the biggest challenge to getting financing, and we have demonstrated that you need more than money, distribution, or a hookup. So what is left? Lack of knowledge. Knowledge about what? How does film financing work? What kind of financing do I need? How do I find the right investors? How do I financially pitch my project? And how can we both make money? To finance, structure, and pitch your project, you will need these three things in this order. KAP. What does that stand for? Knowledge, analytics, and the right platform. So don't be under any illusion. There are plenty of studios, lawyers, accountants, and investors who are happy to make a living off your lack of knowledge, fear, or laziness. Why does knowledge trump money? Let's see. Let me drop some knowledge. Most of the time I talk with filmmakers, the discussion centers around the topic of equity. The refrain is equity, 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 as if it has some magical powers that solves all problems. But is that true? Here is a fundamental truth. Debt is cheaper than equity. This graph shows the difference in economic power of debt versus equity. The first option on the left is equity alone, and the second option is debt. To begin with, the budgets are the same. That's where the similarity begins and ends. Notice that equity, because it is an investment, does not come with an interest rate like debt. However, sometimes you have to provide an investor with an incentive or kicker we call a preferential rate of return, or PREF for short. Basically, that means before you split the profits, the investor, after getting all their investment back, they get an additional 7% of their investment first. Then the remaining profits are divided according to the agreed upon split in your investment agreement. This is to motivate them to invest. On the other hand, you have to pay interest to a lender of about, let's say in this example, 10%. In both examples, you have a gross profit of $10 million. Now, here is where you can see the power of the difference between debt and equity and how different funding strategies change the outcomes to you. Notice, with all equity, your net profit is $4,650,000, while all debt, your net profit is $4,500,000. This is because of not having to pay interest on the whole $5 million. So at this point, one might conclude that all equity is the best way to go. However, when you begin to divide the money up, things change. Under the all debt scenario, You and your investor split the profits 50-50, or $2,325,000 apiece. Now look at the debt side. In this case, you, the filmmaker, gets to keep $4,500,000 that goes directly to your pocket. This is because once you repay the debt and interest, all the profits go to you. Now that's what I call the power of leverage. Also keep in mind that the debt is not personal. Depending on how you structure your deal, you are not personally liable to pay the debt back. The debt is secured by the intellectual property rights, or simply put, the film. This 100% increase in your personal wealth demonstrates the power of knowledge. Now, let's be real. It is unlikely that you will get an all-debt deal. You got to have some skin in the game. But you get the point. For every dollar of debt you get, more stays in your pocket. And that I call a good thing. Keep in mind that the deck is always stacked against you, betting on your lack of insights. The house always wins. This fact should not alarm you, but is designed to inform you. So what do you need? You need the right tools. Thus far, we have demonstrated why knowledge is the first thing you need to get funded. Now it's time to put that knowledge to work. In any type of work, you need tools. These tools come in the form of analytical programs that will help you and your partners, investors, and lenders objectively understand the economics and profit potential of your project. Analytics answers the vital questions such as, what is this project really worth? How much risk am I taking? How much debt should I use? Can I make any money? How much soft money or free money can I get? What's the return on investment, or the internal rate of return, or the return on equity? Any investor worth their salt will have to ask these questions, and you, as a filmmaker or advisor, will be obligated to answer them intelligently, insightfully, and immediately. This is what I call my drop the mic moment. This graph represents a real deal. I use this example of House Party because the writer and director Reginald Hudlin was one of our clients. As you can see, by selling the distribution rights of the film to New Line Cinema, Reggie got his fee, estimated to be $300,000. The house, New Line, made a net profit of $37 million and is still making money on that same film today. Now, what if Reggie knew what the true life cycle value of his project was before he made the deal with New Line? Do you think he would have cut a deal or financed it independently and just let New Line distribute it? Perhaps. The difference in what analytics can tell a person is worth millions indeed. Anecdotally, years ago, I had the opportunity to ask Reggie that question. He honestly told me that at the time that he was so excited that he was going to get his film made and distributed, he didn't realize what he had left on the table. And every day since, he wishes he had known. Without high-quality analytics, your project's viability and profitability is just plain guesswork, and it could cost you millions. What if we could show you a way to get high-quality analytics at a fraction of what others pay? Do you get a sense of its powerful value? And here's the really cool part. You don't have to be good at math. Our tools are user-friendly, and math and finance is not required. That should be a relief to all you non-financial types, and less of a burden for those who live by the numbers. The platform. After you have acquired the requisite knowledge, understand your project's value by use of analytical tools, Now and only now will you be ready to take the next logical step, getting in front of investors, lenders, partners to pitch your project. What you need now is the right platform. A platform that will help you do the heavy lifting of raising funds for your project. What's the best and most efficient way to go about fundraising? You could pound the pavement, trying to get someone to take a meeting with you. Hire a money broker. Go to a lot of parties and work the crowd to try to get a hookup. Or you could go online and crowdfund your project from professionals as well as donors. What can the right platform do for you? It can do a number of things. It can help you find investors, help investors find you, showcase your project, vet the investors, market your project, it's cost effective, provide connections, and stay informed. We believe we have the solution to all three of your funding needs. We believe that we can help you with the needs, the values, and solutions. We have developed a 3-act solution for your film finance needs. Act 1, knowledge. Introducing the solution, Real Money Courses.
Taught by renowned film finance executive Harold Lewis, the Real Money course brings real-world deal-making to a screen near you. While most film schools teach you the technical side of making a dream film project, few, if any, can open the vault of knowledge on how to financially make that dream a reality. Our goal is to democratize the knowledge of an otherwise esoteric film finance world. Real Money course seeks to bridge the knowledge gap between those making films and those creating wealth through films. We curated this course with the non-financial student in mind, yet making it challenging enough for those with more experience. We will not talk over your head or fill you up with jargon. We want you to get it, use it, make it. Whether you're a finance or legal professional in need of continuing education, a college student wanting to broaden your career options, or a filmmaker preparing to swim with the sharks, this is the course for you. We teach all phases of the film finance process, from the basics of identifying capital resources, to analyzing a project's financial viability, to mitigating risk, and finally, developing a winning professional pitch. Real Money answers the questions of how to source vital elements like soft money, the smart use of debt, where to raise the right type of equity, and structure a deal that works for you now and builds wealth in the future. Our comprehensive and straightforward approach will help you gain confidence by helping you easily grasp film finance concepts, facilitate invaluable knowledge transfer, and teach you how to use cutting-edge analytical tools. This will allow you to immediately employ these new saleable skills to enhance whatever project you are working on. After taking the Real Money course, you will be able to think like an investor, talk like an expert, and negotiate like a winner. So if you would like to expand your career options, add value to your clients by being a more competent advisor, or want to swim with the sharks without becoming lunch, go to realmoneycourses.com. Gain the skills, make the deals, and get paid.
The Real Money course brings you critical knowledge on how to financially build your project and then pitch it like a pro. The Real Money course consists of 6 modules. Module 1, Soft Money. There we teach 4 types of cash sources you don't have to pay back, nor share in the profits. Module 2, Debt Financing. We teach you the 10 types of debt financing and show you where and how to obtain them. Module 3, Equity Financing. We cover all types of equity, their cost, and how you can use it to maximize profits. Module 4, Funding Strategies. This is where we teach the in and outs of professional and donation-based crowdfunding along with the rules and regulations. We'll also discuss what type of corporate structure will work best for your needs. For example, it could be an LLC, a C Corp, or an S Corp, a partnership. Whatever it is, we discuss it in that particular module. Module 5, Analytics in Film Finance. Here we discuss project risks, project valuation, cash flow, and deal structure. Module 6, it's a wrap. This is where we will teach you how to put together the 9 elements of a perfect pitch to win over the hearts and, more importantly, the wallets of your investors. Act 2, Analytics. Our high-quality analytics will help you make money, save money, and keep money. Take a look at analytics in action.
In the film business, whether you are a filmmaker, advisor, or an investor, you will need answers to the hard questions like, what's the risk? What's the probability of success or failure? How much money should I expect to make? What's the value of the project after completion? When will positive cash flows start and from what source? What is the financial impact of my decisions regarding distribution and marketing costs, financing costs, and profit sharing? The Film Pro Analytics suite of tools is an online set of financial modeling programs that give you the ability to vet the viability and profitability of your project, helping you prepare your financial proposal, package, and pitch. Our Film Pro Analytics Financial Suite allows you to answer the hard questions with precision. With Risk Pro, you can quickly determine the risk level of your project before you start filming, and it gives you the option to change certain elements to reduce or mitigate them. Cash Pro projects cash flow, including expenses, from all sources over a 10-year period. Cash Pro will help you predict when you will reach profitability. Value Pro will help you determine your project's true life cycle value and converts that into today's dollars. This will help you when negotiating terms with investors, making sure you don't sell your project short. Structure Pro helps you build a winning project from a financial perspective. It'll help you visualize each financial decision you make and its impact on costs, profit sharing, and return on investments. Structure Pro will help you to see where you can cut financing costs and gives you negotiating power when working with banks, investors, vendors, and partners. With Structure Pro, you will leave no money on the table for someone else to pocket. Before Film Pro Analytics, the cost to hire a film finance expert was out of reach of most filmmakers, advisors, and many investors, putting them at a severe disadvantage. With Film Pro Analytics, that obstacle is now a thing of the past. Film Pro Analytics has disrupted the old model by reducing the cost of quality information by 90%, thereby democratizing critical insights and putting expertise in the hands of the many. With Film Pro Analytics, you are now informed, armed, and ready to negotiate from a position of strength, just like a pro. Come visit us at filmproanalytics.com. Gain crucial insights, prove your project's viability, and put together a winning deal today.
Film Pro Analytics. Film Pro Analytics consists of 4 parts: Risk Pro, Value Pro, Cash Pro, and Structure Pro. Risk Pro measures the level of risk, considers over 30 components of a film project, including talent and budgets, assigns a point value from 350 to 850, like a credit score, and it assesses probability of success or failure. Value Pro, otherwise known as a waterfall, film ultimates, regression, or net present value. Cash Pro. With Cash Pro, you can project a 10-year cash flow. It includes all sources of revenue, all sources of expenses, and you're able to see when the money will arrive and from what source. Structure Pro quantifies cost of debt, quantifies cost of equity, calculates return on investment, net present value, and internal rate of return. It allows you to visualize profit distribution. It optimizes the amount of soft money, debt, and equity that should be used. The pitch. At this point, after you have taken the Real Money course, you would have gained the knowledge, analyzed your project's true value, developed a funding-worthy pitch, promoted on the right platform. These are powerful reasons to take the Real Money course, but there's more. Why take the Real Money course? Most clients are unaware of the different types of financing. High cost of finance consultants to run the numbers for you can be cost prohibitive. Not knowing what investors are looking for, you can miscommunicate and leave your project lingering in limbo. Most important, our courses are designed to make winners out of all parties and to help you get on the same page and have common expectations and speak the same language. What the Real Money course brings to you: knowledge that empowers, analytics that enlightens, and a platform that enables. Who's taking the Real Money course? Film students, filmmakers, writers, producers, investors, bankers, attorneys, regulators, school administrators, talents and sports agents, financial advisors, certified public accountants, and certified financial planners. Can I get professional education credit? Yes. Our course is approved by the California State Bar Association for MCLE credit for all lawyers practicing in the state of California, and many more states are coming on board very soon. Our course is also accepted by the CFP board. The CFP board gladly approved our course and thought it was innovative and fit right in with their educational goals. Additionally, our course has been accepted by the NASBA. After a rigorous and extensive 6-month vetting process, our course was accepted by the National Association of State Boards of Accountancy to provide the required professional continuation credit for certified public accountants. We are in the process of having our course approved by other states such as Mexico, Nevada, Louisiana, New York, Georgia, and Florida for their lawyers as well. These are the major states that offer significant support in terms of tax credits, rebates, and film and television industry insights. Because of the uniqueness of our program, we are also in the process of creating alliances with major colleges and universities and film schools to offer academic credit. We are thrilled to share this update. Our course is now being taught at the prestigious University of California, Los Angeles, or UCLA. UCLA, recognizing the value of the RMC program in film finance, wholeheartedly embraced it for academic credit for their student population, and there's more universities to come. Many have asked, can I take the course a la carte? And we're happy to say the answer is yes. If you want to concentrate on a particular aspect of film finance, you can. Do I need to buy the study guide? No. However, it comes with the bundle package we'll discuss later. Act 3, the platform. Here is where the money is. We would like to introduce you to Pitch to Me. This is the third part of our film finance solution. With Pitch to Me, you can unlock the value of your ideas. Pitch to Me is a marketplace where investors can meet filmmakers and other professionals involved in the making and financing process. Our platform brings together content, knowledge, connections, analytics, financing. For a nominal fee, Pitch to Me allows you to go to the market with your project and pitch your project to potential investors. With Pitch to Me, you no longer have to move to Hollywood, Atlanta, New York, take unproductive meetings, get a hookup, know somebody that knows somebody. Can you skip the course and the analytics and just jump straight onto the platform? No, and here's why. Money is only part of the equation. To be successful, you need all three legs of the stool: finance, structure, and pitch. Our course prepares you for all three. The right pitch, but not the right financing, the funding would be shaky. The right pitch and financing, but not the right structure, the funding would collapse. The right financing and the right structure, but not the right pitch, the funding would fall apart. Without the right structure, you get the money, but your personal wealth falls off a cliff. Unless your pitch has all its legs, investors are not trying to hear you. The right person. Not all investors want the same thing, but all investors have the same need. What do investors need? To be treated fairly, competent and knowledgeable partners, transparency, and the most important, integrity. Investors want to be convinced, not sold. You need to offer evidence of your knowledge, competence, integrity, communication. What are investors more concerned about? Return or risk? Investors are more concerned about risk. The investment world operates on the continuum of greed and fear. Let's talk about film risk. Zig Ziglar has a famous quote, and he said, "The fear of loss is greater than the desire for gain." How do you address risk? First step is to identify risk. The second step is to assess the risk. Third is to design risk mitigation strategies. Unless you address these issues that are most important to investors, you cannot and should not try to win over an investor. You need the Real Money course. Addressing investors' and filmmakers' needs is why we created this course. Let's face it, if getting the money was the only issue, we would not have spent 3 years working on this course. What we found in our research was that projects cannot speak for themselves. You have to speak for them. That requires knowledge, analytics, and a platform. The RMC courses will give you the know-how on how to analyze, structure, pitch, and negotiate your project from a position of strength. You have to insource your dreams, passions, purpose, and knowledge. You can't hire someone to do it for you, and you can't trust others to protect your interests more than you. Help yourself by stop spinning your wheels. Not knowing what to do can have you running hard but getting nowhere. Success starts with the first step. Gain the knowledge by taking the Real Money course. Progress comes with the next step, analytics. Then take the next step, understand your project's true value. Structure a deal that you can live with now and in the future. Use Film Pro Analytics. Success ends only when you win. You can win with Pitch to Me. Take the third step. After you take the course, pitch your project on Pitch to Me. Knowledge comes first, so don't try to wing it because you might get burned. Be bold. Only you can take your dreams off hold. Take the course, gain the knowledge, make a deal, get funded. Let's recap. What do you get for taking the Real Money course? You earn a film finance certification, acquire professional level skills in building a funding worthy project, optimize deal structure that builds long-term wealth, negotiate favorable terms, pitching your project to the right investor, instant credibility with deal makers, wisdom that allows you to win, confidence in developing a clear pathway to success. You take little risk with our course. We are so confident that you'll see the value of our course, and that for any reason, how much are your dreams worth to you, you can get your money refunded to you within 30 days. If you want others to invest in you, should you not invest in yourself? A little over $1,000 investment in yourself is pennies compared to preparing you to ask for millions of dollars of investment money for your project. Is it worth it? Of course it is. The Real Money course puts you in the driver's seat to the destination of fulfilling your film finance dreams. Visit us at realmoneycourses.com. Thank you for watching The Big Reveal. Now, don't forget to claim your discount by using the provided QR code and using the coupon code RMC5 once you get to the Real Money course.